Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Game Vault podcast stream. I'm your host, Mark. We're back with the news hour of the last one in August 2025. It's been a quick year so far. So as we prepare for September and getting into Extra Life time, like I said, news about Extra Life should be coming up in the next week or two here. So I will be able to let you know about that. Probably not on the next news hour, the one after, as I finalize a few things as we go. But we are getting closer to that time. So I am getting excited. So how's everyone doing out there? Hope everybody's week has been good as we wind down towards Labor Day weekend and the end of summer. There's some video games out. I will definitely get into them in the next couple weeks or so. But let's talk about what I have been playing. So I probably talked about this on News Hour last week, but I did beat Death Stranding 2. So I spent a good part of today and yesterday playing post-game content. Basically, excuse me, sorry about that. For those of you listening audio, I yawned there. The goal essentially is I rebuilt all the roads. I think all the roads have been built. I've also connected with every single one of the shelters. Got that trophy. I'm working on monorails now, and then I'm going to work on 5-starring everyone in Australia. And then we'll go back to Mexico where there's not roads or anything to make that easy. Once I connect the monorails, it should be pretty easy to get to everything. I just really need, when I go up to the mountains, I'll need the car for that. But after that, I should be good. It seems like it's a lot easier to get 5 stars with everyone in this game than it was in the first game. So I'm like 3 stars or more with just about everyone in Australia. So it's just a matter of going through a rotation of delivering things to people. But got the pizza chef thing to do and all that. I'm gonna check the platinum and I'll see if the platinum's pretty easy. Since I'm on like platinum hunt with some games now that I did it with Clair Obscur. But yeah, working our way through post game content there. So if you are playing Death Stranding 2 and you're worried about not being able to do roads and things and any of that side stuff, it's all there post-game. There might be some things shut out. I'm not going to spoil it. But for the most part, it's all there post-game. So just be aware that you can push through if you just want to finish it. And the end of the story is really good. I might just do my thoughts on it, quick video, sometime next week. Since we'll have Labor Day off and all that. So, yeah, I played through that. That was most of my time this weekend. Outside of, we got back into Trails in the Sky second chapter on stream here. Just first of 2 Trails games I played this weekend. Second chapter, it took me a while to get my bearings back, but once I did, I learned why I went with All Girl Squad. And I was able to take out a bunch of the side quests, do the main quest that we had gotten from the last session. Game's still good. The storyline, we didn't get much into the main story, but you can kind of see bits and pieces, coming together from what we were doing. I think we met like a character that'll be involved. I don't know if she'll be a party member. I don't think so, but someone is definitely involved in the story. And yeah, we're in Gransel, so that very confusing map. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about, and I'll transition into the first chapter demo we played. That was one of the reasons why I really liked the demo of first chapter. They do the funny part is transitioning out. Trails in the Sky first chapter put out their demo. It has full voice acting. Well, not full voice acting. There's parts we buttoned through because I had already seen all that dialogue because I beat the game. And you can watch our playthrough on YouTube if you actually want to see what that game is all about in its original form. But a lot of the quality of life stuff, it helps. It put the like exclamation points on the map so that you can know what exits to take and stuff, and you're not just guessing or resorting to look up which map is this thing in, so you're not just blindly running around. So that helped a lot. The camera being 360 was pretty well. They did some really good job of rendering the town. The voice acting, I would say 75% good. And what I mean by that is Joshua and Estelle, great. Estelle is exactly what I thought she would be. Maybe a little getting a little too close to like anime girl stuff with her, but just they got the vibe right. And just that was just based off probably just some voice lines from the original game when they're doing battle that they were able to get that off of. But that vibe was good. Joshua felt real good, but that's Johnny Bosch Young or Young Bosch or something like that. The guy who was a Power Ranger that does voice work now. He plays Joshua, and he's a really good voice actor, and that felt right. The one that didn't feel right, Cassius felt very much like you need to call CPS on him. Like he literally was like, "Hey, I got you a boy. Isn't this boy so cute? He's a boy," and it was like real creepy. Because I was imagining Cassius a lot more like a deeper voice, more like confident. He was just, yeah, it was real weird. The vibes he was giving off. I did not like that at all. And then we went to Shirazard, Shira, our dominatrix mommy. And she was a little younger sounding than I was expecting. I think canonically she's like 18. And that's not like a Japanese thing, where everybody's much younger than they should be. It's literally part of her character is she's known as like the Silver Streak. She's like a phenom when it comes to being a bracer and a fighter. And, so her young age is a part of her story, but she's also like, I felt her sounding a little older because, I thought she was more seductress, like the hand masseuse from Madame from Remake and Rebirth. I thought that was more the vibe she would give, but she gives more of a like slightly frat girlish thing because she is a big time drinker. That's like a thing with her. I don't know. I was like, it was good. Like, her attitude and personality were like what I expected in terms of how she was tough, knowledgeable, and got like frustrated with Estelle. But just the voice, it led some lines to not feel right to me. But overall, it was really good. We haven't met any of the other characters yet, obviously. It's just a demo. So I don't know how they correspond. The best part of the demo is it allowed me to know how to pronounce some things that I hadn't been pronouncing correctly, and some that I were pronouncing correctly that were tough, but I did get it right. So that was fun with all the voice acting. Game looks gorgeous. They did a really good job remaking it. I'm excited to play it. I will definitely play it off stream. We're not going to stream it again because, again, we have it on YouTube. You can go to our YouTube channel and watch the full playthrough of it. And see me with a giant pandemic beard. And I think I have my long hair. I know, it's weird to look with this and this, that I had beard here and hair down my shoulders during the pandemic, but it is all caught live on video. If you want to check out my glorious mane. The last time I'll ever be able to grow hair that long. Because as you can see, this is not coming back. Yeah, so that was the 2 Trails games. Trails is fun. Oh, the one thing they did in Trails, they changed up the combat. So there is some live action element. It's like both live action and turn-based. There's sort of a little bit that's kind of cool. I forget, there is a game that sort of does that as well. And then there's a lot. There's a lot of Tales in it, like Tales of games, in terms of the map, the mini map, the navigation, everything like that. It feels very Tales. And they also put like I could get cat ears for Estelle. You know, so yeah, yeah, essentially I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's all of my observations there. Yeah, it's a sight to see. I don't know how long. I think the first videos are right as I'm getting the longer beard, and I don't know how long it lasts in there. The hair should last until at least December. So it should be in most of the videos, the hair. Because I had that through Christmas in 2020. The beard, not so much. The beard went when I had to go back to work in September. So, but I have photos. I think I have photos of the beard. But anyway, not here nor there. That just enticed you to go to our YouTube channel. So outside of that, played more NCAA. Finally got some time to get it in. I just played a lot of stuff because last week I was like cut out of video games for most of the week. So I went through and I finished the season. I was in the college football playoff. Don't think I played like an entire season. It was about 4 games. Obviously, it's college football playoff. And ended up winning the national title with Tulane. Roll Wave. So got Tulane their first national championship. The part I'm always weird about is the difficulty levels. Like the one I'm at, I sometimes get really good at. And unless if I make mistakes or they have a dominant player that can take over a game, I tend to win most games. But at the next level, I can't win many games just because it's not so much a skill issue in that I think the game is tuned for you using a certain passing feature, like the one that's default to the game, and I use a different one because I'm more comfortable using that one. And I think as you go up in level, it's more expecting you to use that one, so the coverage is tighter, and you need to use the new one to sort of lead a receiver and all that better. But So I technically stay at the level I am and just kick ass and just schedule the best teams in the country all the time, and just with the hopes of losing a game or two. Yeah, but that game, I haven't had any real bugs in that game. I've had 3 fumbles go. They say were fumbles, and I challenged them, and they all got rolled back to me. Like, some of them were pretty obvious. But overall, I haven't seen many glitches, and I think the one glitch that I've seen multiple times is the time when you do a hurry-up offense, and then you can't snap the ball. It's happened to me once, it happened to the computer once, and you just have to take a delay a game penalty or a timeout. There's no way to get out of it. Pausing and, nothing. I don't know what that soft lock is for just that play. And then, yeah. And speaking of that, next Friday, well, not next Friday, I keep saying it. Next Friday is Podcast Prime. The next Friday where we don't have anything, we'll get back into our Road to Glory with our quarterback at Penn State. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I've played. I think that's it. I got 4 games in. Spent a lot of my off time after cleaning and all just playing Death Stranding, essentially. So, yeah. I guess that's all. So let us know what you've been playing over on the Discord. And now we'll transition into the news. First up, we have Gamescom Opening Night Live. Nope, this is the wrong story. This is the first story. That's the second story. We'll get to both of them. Gamescom Opening Night Live was on, I believe that was Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll just go through what they announced. Black Myth Zanku, I think is Hanku. It's the next project from the makers of Black Myth Wukong. This was the finish to the show, showing off this game. The game is around a figure from Chinese mythology who fights evil beings and can command 80,000 demons. And it looks like it also has a massive tiger. Yeah, game looks good. I mean, I didn't play Wukong, but it looks just as good as that game did. So, and I like the fact that they're leaning into Chinese mythology. Something that's not been very much explored in Western games. And then Resident Evil Requiem, they showed a story trailer showing Grace Ashford. So, as I said, Capcom gave us a look at protagonist Grace Ashcroft's backstory, one where a power outage sends her and her mother into a panic before a nice old man is suffocated with saran wrap and his throat is slit. Mother and daughter have a touching moment before it seems like, well, let's just say Grace isn't going to need to buy any Mother's Day card anymore. Game looks amazing. Comes out February 27th. This trailer is sick. So it was the best thing I saw on the show. Show was probably a 5 out of 10. This was by far the best thing in the show. So go check it out. Ghost of Yotai offers a new glimpse at its beautiful world. And it teases a return of Legends in 2026. Ghost of Yotai is set to be released on October 2nd. And the game showed off, just all the environments, snow, meadows, fire, mist, everything looks amazing. It's Ghost of Yotai. Game looks great. I don't know if I'll get a chance to play it, but because I've not played Ghost of Tsushima yet. But I think it's gonna be one of those like competing for Game of the Year. Probably not on my list because I won't play it, but it's one of the contenders to knock Expedition 33 off. And then one of the weirdest trailers, World of Tanks, just showed up, and it was just all of a sudden it was a tank. Like, it was just a weird trailer. But if you're into World of Tanks, It's a new game type where you can do 10v10 battles using high-tech and customizable tanks. So that is there for you. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando showed off official gameplay. It's a first-person co-op shooter by Saber. And players will look to take on massive enemy hordes and daunting bosses in the near future with an experimental attempt to harness the power of Earth's core ends in a terrifying disaster. So it's going to come out in early 2026 for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Project Spectrum revealed as a PvPvE psychological horror game. Project Spectrum was revealed and looked to be a new tactical shooter from the team behind Delta Force with a horror flavor. It's PvE and PvP, and the game seems to offer the option to transform into a monster yourself. As it mentions here, it's a little bit Fear 2-ish, but it is coming soon. But it looked fine, but an interesting concept, but it didn't knock my socks off. Everwind showed off a gameplay trailer. It is a first-person sandbox survival game, RPG, and it'll be available on PC. Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven DLC. This shows you how long it's been since I played Cult of the Lamb. I did not recognize how much this game has changed since I played it at launch. But this is a new DLC for the game, and it's launching in early 2026. One of the big things at the show, the World of Warcraft Midnight. They showed off a cinematic trailer about the Blood Elves. And it's the 20th anniversary, I think they said. So it's sort of supposed to be a special release here. Age of Empires 4 is coming to PS5. So it'll launch on November 4th. Enshrouded, Wake of Water, is coming in October, and as this thing says, it looks very wet. It is a 16-player co-op survival action RPG. It's an early access on Steam and GeForce Now if you want to get your hands on it. Cinder City is an MMO tactical shooter developed by Big Fire Games and Seasoft Studios. And it is going to be available on PC and consoles in 2026. La Divina Commedia is a third-person action-adventure game developed by Yama Games. Players will wield powerful swords against powerful bosses in hell in La Divina Commedia. I think it's a divine comedy. It's basically Dante, essentially. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, as early access release date trailer came out. It'll be launches in early access on October 23rd. It is a day dungeon, shopkeeper by day, dungeon crawler by night sort of game there. Next up, Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance, Legacy of the Forge. It allows players to become the best blacksmith around. The DLC is launching on September 9th, and it is included in the expansion pass if you have it. In Zoni, Island Getaway. It's a tropical-themed DLC for the life simulation game, and the DLC launches on August 20th. If you're interested in that, there's references to Wilson, as you can see if you're watching the video. Ninja Gaiden 4 story trailer revealed. The Platinum Games Team Ninja Komi Techno game, which is coming out October 21st. It sort of looks more like a Platinum game than a regular Ninja Gaiden game, but it still looks cool as heck because most Platinum games look cool as heck. Yaoi Worlds 2 new companions trailer. It has robots, men with big hammers, sassy ladies with guns, which is my choice. Tried to make it very clear that you can't bang them, though, which is pretty funny to point out. And that is coming October 29th. And Chronos, The New Dawn. Um, Another blooper team horror hotness, as they say here. Um, and the game still looks fascinating. I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but it does look real good. Silent Hill F um, revealed that Susie Yang, who voiced Yuffie in Final Fantasy VII Remake, will be the main character in the English dub. So, fun announcement there. She's a pretty good voice actor. So, had all the trappings of a Silent Hill game. I like the Japanese setting for it. Delta Force console launch. The trailer for that. It's a tactical first-person online multiplayer game developed by Team Jade. And it is available now for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Fortnite Cross Squid Game, is coming, is already out. And then another thing called Frontman arrives on August 26th. Unbeatable. Use your rhythm to fight back and carve your place in the world that has outlawed music. It comes to Steam in Q4 2025, so probably like March. First look for NCSoft's Time Takers, a game not based off the Justin Timberlake movie, but an actual team shooter with a medieval knight and neon colors and a chimpanzee. Playtest is coming soon, so you can check out the madness for yourself. The Darkest Files, new trailer released. Process entry files and documents as you try to defend democracy in post-war Germany. Prosecute Nazis and bring them to justice in The Darkest Files. Available now on Steam and Nintendo Switch. Neverness to Everness. It's a free-to-play urban open-world RPG developed by Hada Studios. And it is available. It is coming soon for PlayStation, iOS, Android, and PC. First look at Ron Gilbert's new game, Death by Scrolling. The Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion fame creator. The aim is to survive purgatory long enough to amass enough gold to pay the ferryman to get you out of there. Gilbert has been blogging about development for a while, but this was our first chance to really see it in action. It looks good, as most Ron Gilbert games are. I don't know if I'll play it, but I feel like there's going to definitely be something there. Zero Parades is a tactical CRPG developed by Zaum. Players will dive into the world of spy espionage. To be stranger than fiction. No release date on that. And probably the biggest news, Bugsby 4D. No, we'll get to that. Hollow Knight Silksong is real. And the release date will be definitely in 2025. We'll get to that in a second. That'll be a story later on. But they opened the show with this because everybody's been screaming for Silksong at every direct or press conference this year. Bubsy 4D, that's it. It's coming to Switch too. There's no reason to celebrate a new Bubsy game. Battlestar Galactica, Scattered Hopes is a strategy game that, as it says, kind of looks like FTL. But it will be coming in 2026. Outlaws Remastered. This is the 1997 LucasArts classic. It retains its retro hand-drawn aesthetic. The Wild West shooter focuses on good old-fashioned prairie justice, and back in the day boasted one of uses of sniper zoom. He-Man Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. It's a beat 'em up and puts the power in your hands. So another one of those retro beat 'em ups coming, and this time the property is He-Man. Absolutism, new trailer shown. They'll be coming on October 9th. It's a roguelike beat 'em up. So for that, Sword of Legends. There's a new Chinese myth, a third-person action RPG. Players will get to return to the Gujan series for the first time in 15 years. So it'll come out on PC and consoles. Worldwide reveal of Valor Mortis by Ghost Runner's One More Level. Is a new action title from the studio. You play a French soldier brought back to death on the battlefield to take on twisted monsters. PVKK offers a new POV on war. As it says, think papers, please, but instead you are protecting your allies from interplanetary invasion by twiddling a knob from a bunker. Routine is a first-person survival horror game that's coming out in 2025 for Xbox and PC. They showed off Call of Duty. Call of Duty looks great. It's set in 2035. Looks dystopian as hell. Showed off a bunch of cities we're going at. Showed that the campaign is 1v1 to 4 people. It can be played any which way you want to. Lords of the Fallen 2 got a reveal. It's coming in 2026. So if you were set, I think like 100 years in the future or something like that. But be on the lookout for that. Lego Batman. This game looked really, really cool. They're using Arkham Combat with Lego. And it has the same Lego humor, but kept the seriousness. If they're not going to do Arkham games, this is a great substitute for it. And Road Kings. Oh my god. I don't know if this will be... it is a next-generation truck driving simulation. Players will begin from humble beginnings as a rookie truck driver to get behind the wheel of 40-ton semis, hauling cargo across the coastal plains of the American South. Manage multiple jobs, trailers, and routes from busy Jacksonville to the shady streets of historic Savannah. Plan a route to satisfy all clients and take precautions against road hazards, weather, and more. Road Kings is launching in 2026. I will definitely check that out. I don't know if it'll replace American Truck Simulator, but it's interesting to see. Monster Hunter Wilds is doing a crossover with Final Fantasy XIV. There'll be rideable chocobos, and then in Monster Hunter World, and then there'll be stuff from Monster Hunter jumping over to Final Fantasy XIV. They've done this in the past. It's usually pretty decent. Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War 4, just another Warhammer game, coming to PC in 2026. These are always give or take. I'm not a Warhammer guy, so find somebody who is to give deeper thought on this. Onimusha Way of the Sword, again, coming in 2026. This game looks great. I love the first game, so I'm interested to... I don't really need to see trailers and all for it. I'm going to check it out if I get the chance. Arc Knights, Enfield, is a free-to-play action RPG, and it's come soon to PlayStation, iOS, Android, or PC. Europa, Universal Alice 5 is coming November 4th to PC. Just showed off. It was just a pre-purchase trailer here. So if you're interested in that series, that's there. They showed off Season 2 of Fallout, the TV show. It looks great. So I'll be willing to check it out. It's coming December 17th. And Vegas looks amazing, and that's why I can't wait for it. Voidbreaker, early access on Steam and PC Game Pass, if you're looking to check that out. The Indiana Jones DLC looks real good, and they're also bringing Indiana Jones to Switch 2. The DLC comes out September 4th, and it's coming to Switch 2 in 2026. Another World of Tanks thing, lands September 3rd. World of Tanks 2.0. Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion, demo launch trailer for it. Comes September 5th of PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC. There's a demo available now. And then Sekiro is getting an anime, and that is everything that was announced on Opening Night Live. We're going to skip over my second story because that was a lot. That was almost 15 minutes. So we'll just go into the other stories that I pulled aside here. And first off is that Silksong News finally has a release date. Team Cherry has finally reemerged with the release date for the long-awaited Hollow Knight Silksong. It's coming out September 4th, 2025, a lot sooner than people were expecting. But, with the hints it's had all year, you knew it was coming pretty quickly. It was first announced in 2019, and the release date for the long-awaited sequel was 6 years in the making. It will be on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. So be on the lookout for that. If you're really into Hollow Knight, this is a long-awaited game for you. I haven't really played Hollow Knight. I just been part of the Silk Song stuff for years. So, in terms of the inside internet joke. So September 4th, coming sooner than you think. Yeah, IGN has a big rundown of everything that was announced, Goat. I'd recommend going there for that. I just think running down that entire list is going to take way too long here. So I do apologize if you're looking for specific game com news. That's where I would recommend going. They do nice breakdowns of everything there. Next up, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign does not have difficulty options. For as long as Call of Duty campaigns have existed, so has the option to play them at whatever difficulty suits you best. Whether recruit, normal, hardened, or veteran, longtime COD players know their level, but this year's entry, Black Ops 6, won't let you pick. Black Ops 7 has a campaign that can be played solo or in co-op, up to 4 players. As part of that, difficulty scales based on how many are playing, and cannot be adjusted in the settings. For the difficulty, it's baked in. Associate Creative Director Miles Leslie told IGN in a recent interview, "We've built it for solo or for 4-player squads as well. You cannot pick the difficulty like in past games. We baked it in because you have to approach a co-op campaign differently, and we wanted to make sure the missions felt right for solo players. We're not forgetting about you. We love you, but also because it's a social experience, we want to make sure it's fun, but the right amount of challenging for 2, 3, and 4 players as well. So no more veteran level runs for single-player fans in this year's Call of Duty. And I'm slightly disappointed because what I like to do with Call of Duty games is I will put the campaign on easy, blaze through it just to get the story, and then play multiplayer. And if I start up this game and it's any kind of difficult, I'll just put it down. I'm not playing the campaign if I can't just breeze through it. Because I'm really just here for the story. I could care less about the gameplay. Or making it challenging for more players. When I'm doing solo COD, it's just basically I want to get the story out. I could give a shit about how hard the level is. I know that's probably just me, but that's my feelings on it. It's a type of game that shouldn't have a difficulty level. Or should have a difficulty level. Games like Dark Souls and stuff shouldn't, because the object of the game is learning how to get better at them. Next up, Peak. If you don't know what Peak is, it is a climbing game you can play with your friends. It has sold 10 million copies. Indie climbing hit Peak has officially sold 10 million copies, according to Alien Analytics ex-analyst Reese Elliott, and Jeff Keighley announced it on Opening Night Live. The Peak has seen significant success on Steam since its launch and has been consistently listed as one of the most played games on the platform. At the time this piece is written, it was sitting around 88,000 concurrent players on Steam, just above Naraka Blade Point and just behind GTA 5. This success was amplified last week when a sale dropping it from $7.99 to $4.99 alongside the new Mesa update caused it to shoot up sales and concurrent players. It reached 171K concurrent users on Sunday and 1.3 million total users through the same day. So another indie game, knows what it is, and sells a lot of copies. Should be a good formula for future games. Forza Horizon accidentally got its location leaked, people believe, and they think it's Tokyo. Fans believe they've worked out the setting for Forza Horizon 6 based on a teasing social media post from a car import company connected to the game. And a now deleted Instagram post, vehicle import firm Colton Classic shared an image purporting to show Forza Horizon staff member digitally scanning a car for use in the series' next game. The post went on to state that staff member traveled to his premises in Australia to scan a series of key models, which are unusual to find outside of Japan, and it's because of this, as well as the post's subsequent removal, that fans are now believe Japan is Forza Horizon 6's setting. Time to become the Drift King, baby! Time to become the new DK! So Forza Horizon 6 may be in Japan, and I will definitely check it out. Last year they were in Mexico. Only one disappointment was not being able to ride up the ruins. I just want to go up the stairs of the ruins in my car. But Japan is a pretty good setting. I think that's a really good touch. Assassin's Creed Mirage getting a free Saudi Arabia DLC earlier this year. Assassin's Creed Mirage, the slimmer Baghdad set adventure, launched in 2023. It's getting a fresh content in its in Alua, an ancient oasis city now found in Saudi Arabia. A new story chapter with additional missions, plus general gameplay improvements for the whole game, will launch for free later this year. So a surprise DLC for a game 2 years old, but it makes sense. This was a smaller game, and they could expand it. As for the location itself, Alua seems like a natural fit for an Assassin's Creed game, as a UNESCO World Heritage Site with more than 7,000 years of history and towering rock formations. Perfect spot for an Assassin's Creed parkour. So, if you were an Assassin's Creed Mirage fan, you're going to get some new content soon. Speaking of new games that kept their content, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater includes remake of fan favorite Secret Mode from original PS2 version, and Bayonetta director Platinum Games worked on it. So this is spoilers. There is a Secret Mode. Let's see. Fans of the original Metal Gear Solid 3, which Konami has remade for this Delta version, may be aware of Snake's Nightmare, dubbed Guy Savage by fans. It's a time-limited third-person hack-and-slash sequence in which Guy Savage cuts his way through a demon-filled hellscape, triggered by saving while Snake is in a prison and then reloading. Guy Savage was in the original Metal Gear Solid 3 on PS3, but was removed for most of the versions that followed. Now Guy Savage is back as Guy Savage Delta, courtesy of Platinum Games. Even better, you're able to unlock a secret mode to replay it via the main menu screen once you've beaten the game. So, pretty fun little detail for Metal Gear. I can't wait to play this game. Next up, Sony announces, this is probably old news at this point, Sony announces PS5 price rise in the US. Sony has announced $50 price raises for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation Digital Edition and Pro that'll go into effect. That already went into effect. The PS5 with a disc drive will go up to $549. The Digital Edition will go up to $499, and the Pro will rise to $749. Similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment. Isabel Tomatis, Sony Interactive Entertainment's Vice President, Global Marketing, said in a short statement shared today, as a result, we made a difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for PlayStation 5s in the U.S. starting on August 21st. The price rise comes amid turbulent time for global markets due to U.S. tariffs and similar increases from other video game companies such as Nintendo, which recently increased the price of the original Nintendo Switch. Sony's specific timing is also interesting, coming during the ever-busy Gamescom week of news cycles. So yeah, thank the tariffs for your PlayStation 5s going up in price. Speaking of other systems coming out, Asus confirms the ROG Ally X will launch in October. The first handheld Xbox is almost here. Rather, the first Xbox-branded third-party handheld gaming PC. As Asus has announced that the ROG Ally X will release on October 16th. Earlier this month, it was leaked that it would be August. That pre-orders would start on August 20th. Both machines will come first to the U.S. and other regions like Europe, Asia, and Middle East. And other places where ROG Allies have existed. No pricing yet, but we know it is coming out in October. So one step closer. Next up, Nintendo had their Kirby Air Riders Direct. Kirby Air Riders pre-orders have just gone live, confirming the game will cost $70. Nintendo Switch upcoming Switch 2 exclusive will launch on November 20th. Today's 45-minute look offered a deep dive of Kirby's new racer and its various modes, including circuit-based tracks and sandbox offering. Right at the end, when we learned Kirby Air Riders would arrive as Nintendo's second exclusive racing game for its console in just 5 months. This part, they did announce the price. And this is the long-awaited sequel to Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube back in 2003. So if you're looking to get Kirby Air Riders, it's coming November 20th for $70, which is $10 less than Mario Kart World, oddly enough. And finally, our last story here. This is a personal story for yours truly, as a Tales of fan. They are remastering Tales of Xillia, and I am pumped. The official reveal happened this morning. This is an update to a previous story. It's a remastered original game with a few new features, including the ability to toggle enemy encounters on and off, and with the original DLC included. It's coming out October 31st for Nintendo Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Xillia is my second favorite Tales of game. I am a huge Tales of Vesperia fan. I love that game a lot. This is second, and then the one for GameCube is third. Let's see, would I have that name in here? Symphonia. Tales of Symphonia. That's my third. I haven't played Garces F yet. I gotta play that now that it's been remastered. But Jude and Mila. This is a really, really good game. I came to Tales of late. I played Vesperia because I saw some people in early, like Justin TV, early Twitch stuff. Something awful website. Playing it, I played through that, loved it. Then Xillia came out right after I was finished playing it. Played the shit out of Xillia and loved it. I did not play the sequel, but it is definitely up there. It's really, really good game, and with a pretty good story. So I highly recommend checking it out, and I am just excited. I got so many remasters to play now. I'm gonna have so little time to do anything outside of streaming for you guys and playing my old RPGs. Because I gotta get through this, and Metal Gear is technically an RPG, and especially 3, and Tales, or Trails, I should say, in the Sky. So thank you guys for joining me. It has been fun as always. We will be back tonight with Mega Man 2. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening on podcasts, I will be live tonight with Mega Man 2. Then we'll be live on Thursday with Final Fantasy 6. Podcast Prime is recording on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday will be Trails in the Sky. And then we'll be back on Monday with some more Mega Man 2. So be sure to hang with us this week. And we probably have a special stream on Monday. I haven't decided exactly what to do for Monday, for Labor Day. If I'm not going to a barbecue or anything, I will do something special for you guys all day like we did for July 4th. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for joining me. Be sure to check out all of our socials. We're on Blue Sky mostly. We have a Discord. If you need access to it, just hit us up on Blue Sky or chat with one of us here. We'll get you access. But, once again, thank you, GOAT. Thank you, everybody watching and everybody listening out there. And we'll see you next time. Bye.